Hello everyone, welcome back to Nid-life Crisis. In this week's video we're painting the DeffKoptas. While you watch me spray a metallic over them, got some good news and some bad news unfortunately. Starting with the good news, this video release date marks a month since I've been making videos on this channel. In that time we've made 5 videos, not including this one. We have over 4,500 views and we've just gone over 100 subscribers. This is really great and I didn't expect that when I started making the videos 4 weeks ago. But as you can see on the screen, over 90% of the videos watched have been watched by non-subscribers, so I would appreciate it if you could take 2 seconds just to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it's really helpful to me. That leads me on to the bad news. While making this video, you can see I started with best intentions on all 3 of the DeffKoptas, but as the week went on I realised that due to my full-time job and young family I wasn't going to have time to finish all 3, so I focused on the one that you can see now on the screen. And from now on that means that I'll be uploading a video every other week rather than every week. I hope that doesn't mean that the support for the channel will fizzle out, because I really appreciated all the comments that I've been having so far, but with work and everything I just can't sustain the level that I've been doing. So using the airbrush I put down a light blue. I'll put below in the comments all the different paints that I've used during this scheme rather than referencing them each time. I wanted to try something different on this model, so I got the masking tape out and we're going to do some stripes with the light blue, go over with the dark blue. So on a slight angle on the props I'm just putting down a bit of masking tape. This is to me a 6mm tape. I've not used it yet so I'm hoping it's not going to pull all the paint off, but I guess we'll see later in the video. I loaded up the airbrush with the darker blue and started spraying over the top. Didn't need to be too accurate at this stage because after I'm going to paint all the individual parts with different colours, so a little bit of overspray here and there won't make too much difference. I don't use the airbrush enough really when I'm doing my modelling, but on these bigger models it's an ideal opportunity. It leaves a much better finish and I really enjoy getting used to using it. So with the blue dry and the masking tape peeled off, it's time to block in some of the base colours. Starting with the boots. On these models I'm using brown for the boots and for the belts. Normally I use black, but I thought I'd give this a change as I'm painting it with a different scheme. With those parts done I move on to the skin, using the same mix as I used for my wall boss in Mega Armour in the previous video. With the skin done we move on to the cloth, coming in with the khaki colour. This is a relatively neutral colour because I don't want to take the attention away from the other detail that I've already done. Once this is done I come in and hit the trousers with the coat of black. This tidies up any of the overspray from previous colours. I then hit the missiles with white. I want to do a sort of crisscross pattern that I've done, blocking in different quarters. I've done it on other models and it's come out quite effectively. Now for the metallics, hitting the pipes with a nice copper colour. As I've already sprayed over the model with a nice gunmetal colour, I can just pick out different areas to draw interest and add a bit of variety to the metallics. Back onto the propellers, go back in with a gunmetal colour to tidy up all the detail. There's always something satisfying about painting on metallics. Due to the opacity I suppose, you get instant coverage. Now for another new technique I haven't tried yet, streaking grime. Before I apply to the model, I give the model a quick coat of varnish. This helps the surface tension and spreading the streaking grime, and it also protects it from staining any of the colours that you've already got down. I apply it liberally all over the metallic areas. As this is an enamel product rather than acrylic, you can remove it later on. Using a cotton bud and some white spirits, starting at the top of the model, working my way down. The white spirits reactivates the enamel wash, meaning that you can wipe some off and the rest will puddle in the recesses. With a little bit of trial and error with how much white spirit I put on the cotton swab, I was able to work it out quite nicely and I'm really happy with the result actually. If you'd like to see me go into this with a bit more detail, then just leave me a comment and let me know below. With the enamel wash applied, I move on to a few shades for the skin and for the fabric as well. I know it's not very orky, but I like the way that the armour on DeffKoptas turned out, so I'm going to leave that bright and gleaming as if it's a new paint job. With all the washes dry, I move on to a bit of edge highlighting. adding a little bit of pale sand to the blue that I've already used for the base coats. Time is at a premium for me on this particular model, so I will probably come back to it in the future with proper highlighting. As Guy from Midwinter Mini showed us in his last video, you can always come back to a paint job and improve upon it when you have more time. With the model complete, all that's left to do to get this battle ready is a bit of basing. As the Koptas come with a detailed base design, I dry brush over the rocks and gravelly bits just to bring out the texture. And I will stick the Geek Gaming Grimdark City Rubble onto the base as I did with my War Boss in Mega Armour. With that done, all that's left for me to do is come in with a different coloured brown to add a little bit of texture to the t-shirt, and then I'm happy with the Ork. Let's see how he turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I try to keep my videos short and sweet, but if you'd like me to go into any further details on anything you've seen in this video, let me know in the comments below. As I mentioned earlier, the next video will be coming up in 2 weeks' time. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Please like the video and share it with your friends. I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks' time for another Nid-Week Nid-Life Crisis video.